What's up everybody, Tendo here. We are standing in my living room. That's right, where you see video games and video game consoles. There used to be a big couch and a big TV, but I got rid of all that and I put in video games. And if I still have a girlfriend, she might be mad at me. But anyways, this is a tour of my game room. Check it out. Oh hi. Welcome to my game room. We're going to start with my controller shelf. This is my controller collection, at least a large portion of it. The reason that all of my controllers aren't on this shelf, because I have about 3 times that many, is because I have to 3D print each one of these controller stands. Get a look at that. Get a look at that. They take a long time to print. It's about 8 or 9 hours a piece, and I don't always have time to kind of be around the house and watch over it and make sure that the print comes out okay. So I'm slowly but surely getting around to printing controller stands for each of my mini controllers. But this is just what I've got to so far. And if you're interested in 3D printed controller stands, there'll be a link below in the description. I have a whole video on it. It's pretty dope. But let's move on. Let's go back here a little bit. Up top is my video game bag collection. It's a pretty modest collection because it's all almost Nintendo except for this PlayStation bag and this Xbox bag. But I'm adding to this all the time. This is a Nintendo DS bag. This is a Wii controller bag. These are all DS bags. Nintendo 64, these two. Those are probably my favorite. Some more DS bags, an SP bag, Game Boy Color. I have a problem with bags. You can ask my girlfriend if she's still my girlfriend if I like bags. Do I like bags? I've got a rather large collection of backpacks too, but hoarder tendencies. Hashtag hoarder tendencies. Let's move on. This is where the magic happens. No. The magic with, video games. Streaming. This is where I stream. Gaming computer. Streaming computer. You can see Patrick's on camera. Wave, Patrick. This is like Inception. That's where I stream from. This third TV actually has my consoles plugged into it. I normally keep whatever consoles I'm playing at the time down here. So there's my Xbox 360. Patrick, who you see right here. Wave, Patrick. Patrick and I have been playing a lot of Left 4 Dead on the Xbox 360, both of them. And that's where we're at right now. But behind the computers, or the tower, and here's my soundboard, tons of microphones. This is the camera that I both stream from, as well as record most of my YouTube content. When you watch videos and I'm sitting at a desk talking to the camera with all these beautiful games in the background, it's coming across that camera. Got a monitor so I can see myself. And then all this stuff behind my streaming computer, it's kind of a mess. I definitely want it to look more organized, but at the moment I just don't know where to put all of it. Crash Bandicoot OG used to hang in a GameStop. I found this at a Goodwill. Pretty happy. This, I don't know how to explain this. This is my Captain America shield. You're really gonna think I'm a hoarder now, but I bought this at a Goodwill also because some kid made it and their mom threw it away and I just couldn't let it go away. So it hangs. If you step over here, you can see my rather expensive replica Captain America shield. So I have two. I have one cardboard to remember where I came from and one nice one to remind me that I'm an adult and I can buy what I want. All right, let's keep moving. We will talk about the arcade machine in just a second, but let's talk about what's on top of it. Sometimes my girlfriend and I and our roommate, Patrick Wave, why are you waving? Nobody can see you now. We like to sit back, eat dinner, pop in a VHS. I have a VHS collection. It's rather modest. It's this row, and you can't see it, but there's another stack behind it, but it's all things good. We got Rugrats, which is on the TV, Power Rangers, Jumanji, Rescuers Down Under, all things good. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the game room. But then right next to it, Clone Trooper helmet with the evil red glow, menacing. And then the arcade itself. And if this is something you want to know more about, there will be a link below. I have a whole video explaining what this arcade machine is and what I plan on doing with it. I've got plans, you understand? I've got plans for this arcade. Just today I bought some vinyl to make stickers to put my logo up here. It's gonna say Shark Tendo in the shape of a shark. Wow. Come here, look how dirty this is. See all that? It's all right, it didn't get dirty in here. It came dirty, I bought it at a Goodwill. It was dirty. But yeah, that's a work in progress. That's something I'm gonna be working on a little bit every week, making a video every couple of weeks. I'm very excited about it. Honestly, if there's anything in this room that you should subscribe for, It's this arcade machine. It's gonna turn out beautiful when it's done. Then let's move on to the shelves. Up top, beside the already mentioned VHS collection, is my gaming manuals and gaming related books. This is something that I love. I love gaming manuals, but I don't like spending gaming manual prices. So all I've been able to amass so far is what I've been able to find at Goodwill's for $1 or less. And that's every one of these. Most of these I've paid 50 cents or so for. And it's a growing collection, adding new ones to it all the time. Matter of fact, yeah, we're gonna skip ahead and then come back. This shelf right here is my staging shelf. All this stuff is stuff that I've bought in the last couple days, just this shelf. If you've watched any videos on my channel before, you've probably noticed that I do a lot of video game shopping. I film it all, I put it on YouTube. That's a lot of the content on my channel. So what that shelf specifically right there is my staging shelf. That's everything I need to make a video about right now. So go check out the rest of my content. Go watch those videos. Hit the like button. Going further down this shelf, this is my toy collection. This keeps changing because most of the toys I collect are either vintage X-Men or vintage Power Rangers. And there usually is a bunch of Power Rangers here, but I've kind of moved some of them down and moved them around because I'm filling up this shelf quite quickly. So I had to put my PlayStation 1, Sega games, Game Gear games, I had to put all that on this shelf, so I kind of moved some of the Power Ranger stuff. But if you go back and just watch a few videos ago, you'll see this stuff has just been changing rapidly. Every video I post, you can probably spot things that are quite different. But let's move on to the most important shelf in the entirety of the game room. This is my main game shelf. It holds exactly 50 cases across on each shelf. So if you do the math, there's about 450 games there, and then the rest of my collection, the PlayStation, all that other stuff, that amounts another, I'm gonna lay one on you real quick, exactly 500 games. There are exactly 500 games in this room, and that's why I'm actually shooting this video tonight. I told myself and my maybe girlfriend that when I got to 500 games, I was gonna finally make this video, and that was tonight. My 500th game, what exactly was my 500th game? It was this, Wii U, Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric. If anyone cares, this was my 500th game. I guess this was $499, Rayman Legends. Bought those at GameStop. 3 for $15. Didn't know they were doing deals like that, especially on Wii U games. So I went and bought a handful of Wii U games at GameStop. All right, so the rest of this is pretty simple. I just start with kind of my favorite console up here, GameCube on top. Not even to 50 GameCube games yet. It's like 46 or it's like 42 GameCube games. Then it starts on Wii. Wii goes all the way over here, Wii U. I've got 2 full, you know what, actually, I'm 1 game short of 100 PlayStation 2 games, but we'll get there. PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, original Xbox. As you can see, there's not really a lot of rhyme or reason there. Honestly, that order is just kind of like favorite to least favorite, maybe. I don't know. Or really Nintendo and then everything else. But that's my games. If you look on top of the shelves, and honestly, this is kind of the thing with the whole room, there's just stuff on top of everything. Part of my Minecraft collection here, my chest, my creeper, my ghast, the lovely dragon who's about to fall off. And actually, peek back over here, move, maybe girlfriend. These are my so far collected pickaxes and swords and bow and arrow. I really thought I would get these quicker because I used to, before I decided to start collecting them, see them at Goodwill all the time. And now that I actually want to buy them, I've been finding like 1 a month. I brought this home today. Stone pickaxe. So let's move on. You got the point, games. I have a rather large TARDIS collection, but it doesn't really fit in the game room, so I've just got my favorite one in here. And then over here, we'll start up the top. These are all my in-box consoles and in-box peripherals, right? NES Classic Edition, all of the Wiis except the blue one, in-box. I can't find an in-box blue one, but I've got all the other American releases. In-box 360S, in-box Wii U, in-box Super Nintendo, in-box PS4, again, more peripherals, in-box Switch, in-box Labo, in-box Wii Fit, which clearly I've not been using. And then this shelf is the part that I wish would just disappear, that I didn't have to make you look at, because all those controllers that I just showed you, they used to actually be all nice and neat in here in the main part of my backdrop when I would stream on the internet, because where else do you stream, would all be here. And I didn't like it because my controllers, my beautiful multicolored controllers, are my favorite part of my collection, and they just disappear in that blackness. And I didn't like that. So I'm getting rid of it. So everything that's in here right now is just kind of a joke. It's just so there's something there. My recently acquired Super Advance, my also recently acquired Power Glove, my Master Replica lightsaber, Boogie Bomb. No explanation needed. I had been kind of putting some of my handhelds here, but right now all there is my Lonely Nomad. But I quite like this. I just need to put more here. I should have put my Game Gear there too, like set that on top of my Game Gear. Empty space, there's nothing here. Yoshi, Sonic Hat. And then in between my inbox consoles and this nonsense is my Skylander collection. And let me give you a little tip. If you've ever had any interest whatsoever in Skylanders, which is probably none of you, I'm probably crazy for wanting to collect them, now's the time to buy them. I've paid less than $1 for every one of them. I find bags full of them at Goodwill's, and even the game shops have these like 10 for $5. So I've bought every one I've come across. I just think they're beautiful. Like, look at this guy. He's my new favorite. All right, let's move on. These bottom rows of shelves, I have these cube organizers in here, and this is just everything else. All of my consoles, I have a bunch of consoles here, which we'll get to in a second, but I also have a bunch of consoles in my bedroom. I have multiples of a lot of them, and they all have cables. So I've got all of them organized into here. Big bag of Wii stuff. We do a lot of Wiiing around here. You should see the look on both of my cameramen's face. And then, what else? Nonsense. This is all my handheld stuff. Extra Sega Game Gears. I have a few busted ones for parts. I keep it all pretty well organized in here. Stand up, Yoshi. Mama didn't raise no bitch. This is all actually, these are all broken controllers for pieces. I bring home broken controllers and then put good controllers back together, and I trade those in for game credit at the game store, which is how I got most of this. All right, let's move on to the last shelf, and this is where I display all my consoles. I'm very proud of this. I have all 3 American release GameCubes, my regular N64, Super Nintendo, Mini Super Nintendo, NES, so on, all the way down. I have most major consoles. You know, I don't own a 3DO. I don't own some of those more rare consoles. Probably the rarest thing I own is maybe Sega CD. Any collector out there will tell you that's not terribly rare. It's just a little rare, but I pretty much have just what I want to play, which is kind of funny to say because I buy a lot of video games that I probably am not going to end up playing, but I do play all these systems. I've played every one of these systems in the last couple of months for sure. Every one of these work except for this 360. Well, it's not verified to work. I bought it like this. I only paid $1 or $2 for it. I haven't tried to fix it yet. Getting around to it. And this PS3 Fat doesn't work because, as you all probably know, there's almost no such thing as a PS3 Fat that works. Of course, I'm sure someone's gonna comment below they have one that works. Well, you're lucky because I bought 5 of them up to date and none of them have worked. And the one that did work, it didn't work well and it didn't work long. But this game room is meant to be functional. It's meant to be functional for me to shoot videos in, and that's exactly what I do with it. I know where everything is. When it's time to plug up a console, I walk over here and grab it. I know which drawer the cables are in. I sit down, I plug it up. There's controllers everywhere. There's controllers there. There's controllers in these drawers. Here's my like nook and cranny of recently used controllers. Here's my Wii U Pro controller and a PS3 controller. Those are ones I've actually used this week, so they just kind of rest down there. All right, everybody, this has been a tour of my game room. I hope that you liked it. I hope more importantly that you will comment something below that you liked, or hey, if you didn't like something, comment that below. Also, if you've got any suggestions of what I need more of or less of in here, please leave a comment below. I read every one of them. And also, guys, most importantly, hit that like and subscribe button. And then hit that bell notification so that next time I post a video like this, you can come back and hang out with me then. And until then, guys, peace out.
Hey, I'm a shark with a top hat, and I think you should subscribe. Go ahead, hit the button. I'll wait. Okay, bye.